What's cracking, man? Look, I'm excited because look, it's gonna be a good episode. Man, we're gonna talk about. I mean, y'all seen the title, relationships in 2025. And I got some great people here with me right now. I'm gonna start right over there. That's Raquel. That's like my auntie. Big supporter. Love her to death. She always be styling, just going crazy. I got Anastasia here. That's it. Stasia, my bad. Anastasia. Facebook friend, cool peoples. She doing her little thing on Facebook, and I like what she be talking about, and trying to help out. So boom, I had to get her on here. We got Queen, big supporter. I've done a photography shoot. We got one again this week. And I had to, I'm happy she reached out. I sent it to her like, hey, you trying to be on the podcast? She was like, what time? So when people bring that type of energy, I have no problem supporting whatever they got going on. It's a blessing, And then I got my man's Ron right here, and he's such a big deal because he allowed me to, I'm a photographer. He allowed me to take pictures, in his establishment, and that helped bring in a lot of different clients for me, a lot of different businesses, and, have fun while I do it. So it's a blessing, So how y'all doing today, man?
I'm doing real
Great.
good. I worked all week, so Sunday and Monday is my days off, so I'm kind of ready to get loose.
I feel
Know
it.
what that mean,
I feel it. Today they having that cowboy thing, so I'm gonna ride the bull. I'm kind of scared, but I'll be all right. So after this, I'm gonna go to the movies. But then when I get at the movies, I'm gonna go try to buy a little flannel with a cowboy hat or whatever. But
Okay.
how's your day?
Day is great. I work every day. So every day, it's something different, something new. I'm a realtor. I'm an artist, content
Right.
creator, So yeah, I'm having a great day.
Amen.
Every day that you wake up and you have something to be grateful for, I feel like it's definitely a great day.
I'm with it. You feel me? How you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing great.
Okay.
Solid. I like the vibes here.
That was my biggest thing too. Inviting, what I'm saying, y'all don't know each other, so it's like, I just hope when everybody get here, everybody's comfortable, and we can have a great convo because I wanted it like that. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all didn't know each other, so y'all don't know how each other think, and boom. So that makes the podcast that much more exciting. But how you feeling today, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm blessed. Thank you for the invite. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm a school teacher by trade, so we just started back with kids on campus last Thursday, so I'm right back to it tomorrow. So I'm gonna unwind a little bit today and then get right back to it.
Amen. Y'all heard him here.
You, because I feel like as the host, you bring the energy and you set the precedence for it. So I feel like
And that's hard.
that brings the.
I be kind of nervous.
Trust me, I know.
You feel me? I don't be
Trust me,
knowing,
I know.
but I've been doing it now, so I'm getting more used to it. When I have my podcast with my other homies, if y'all watch them, I'm like, and letting them talk, because usually I'm over here trying to do it with the computer and stuff. But now I'm hosting my own thing, so I gotta be able to spark different questions. But we ain't gonna waste no more time. We finna get it right into it. I hope people learn. Maybe not learn, just be entertained.
Uh-oh.
You feel me? Like I said, I want these to be talk your talk. I'm not, ain't no filters. Talk your talk, because you see y'all get on Facebook and see all people giving relationship advice all day, and but I'm like, let's try to educate them a little bit. You feel me? But I'm gonna start off with a nice question, and y'all gonna take your time, answering them. But we ain't gonna waste. We gonna say it like this. Can you forgive? Well, would you take someone back that cheated on you? You can start.
Yeah, I would.
Mm-hmm. Why? Why?
Definitely would.
Why?
Stuff happens in relationships. You know, pray together, stay together. You know, you get past it. So I'll definitely, would take them back one time.
One time.
I ain't gonna say 2 times. One. One time. Yeah, I'll give you a chance. I'm fair one time. But if I see if it's a pattern, it's over with. I'm not gonna have you making me look like a fool.
Right.
I won't care how much I love you. How much my heart desire you.
Right.
Because I'll mess around and hurt you. I'm gonna just keep it 100. I'm serious. The heart is heavy.
Right.
And my hands is too. I'm gonna hurt you.
Right. Gotta go crazy. Gotta let them know, man.
Serious. You can't be playing with nobody's heart. That's all I'm gonna say.
right.
So I'll take you back the first time, but if you do it again, it's gonna be a problem.
Right.
That's that.
What about you?
I have in the past, so I couldn't say that I wouldn't do it. Now I'm a little older, a little wiser, so now I wouldn't. But I have in the past because I do understand, if there's issues in the relationship and it's being talked about and it's something that we can't come to an agreement, then, hey, maybe we just need to move on from each other. But I did because, of course, I loved him and there were things that we talked about that I'm like, okay, maybe we haven't moved past those, so let's give it another try. Let's try therapy. Let's try all these things. And when that expectation wasn't met, then it was like, oh, okay, we're just moving on from each other. And then it was just time to go. But
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. What about you?
I feel like at the end of the day, we're all a product of our environments. Me personally, my parents were married for 6 years, and I never seen infidelity. So for me personally, I couldn't allow someone to cheat on me. And I'm so understanding. If you can't just be honest and truthful and allow it, I'm okay with accepting. Like if someone came to me and was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go talk to another woman. It's on me to then be like, okay, I'm gonna stay or leave. But then if you cheat and then keep it a secret, I don't get a choice. And I feel like at that point, you already disrespecting me as a person. So I can't at all. So no.
I don't like being the only man up here.
I'ma speak.
I think it's a really complicated answer. I think every situation is different. I think there are people that are habitual cheaters, and you probably shouldn't stay because they're habitual cheaters. I think there are situations where people make mistakes, and then, it is what it is. I think cheating really boils down to respect. At what point are you in the relationship willing to disrespect your partner? So if you're just out and you're having a good time and there's no issues at home or no problems at home or whatever, and you're just disrespectful, that's probably something I can't come back from. If you're in a tough spot and you're in, a difficult space in your relationship, you might have been dating 10 years or whatever, and you might be contemplating if this is what I want or this is what I, want to do or whatever. I think that changes the narrative a little bit, and kids can be involved. I mean, it's a million different things. So it's a complicated answer. I think that my big thing always is intent. What is a person's intent? I think you can forgive anything if the intent was decent and honest. If the intent was just to be, if you dating a player, you dating a player. Like, what I'm saying? That's dumb. It's probably dumb to forgive that. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm with it. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? I'm such a person that throws myself under the bus. You feel me? Probably 2 exes ago, she cheated. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really think too hard about it. It was kind of, and the dude was mad that she wasn't trying to do it again. So it was like, okay, I see her not trying to do it again. And then it was kind of like 3 months ago. Plus, you know what I'm saying? I'm a believer in the faith. So I also I think about when someone does something like that, I think about how we treat God. You know what I'm saying? God considers it, when we sin, he considers it like spiritual adultery. We cheating on him, but he still accepts us back. So I still try to have that same type of attitude when it comes to someone that cheats, because when I think about like how flawed people are, they can do some crazy stuff. People can do some real bogus stuff, and you can too. So it's like you want someone to give you that grace as well. So that's why I get that same grace back. We just spit fire, so I hope y'all. It's, what I'm saying, we just spit some fire. Everybody said something good, but I got something for y'all. Do y'all believe that soulmates exist, or you think you just got to find someone and build with them? You know what I'm saying? Some people think like, that's why I feel like a lot of relationships fail nowadays, because it's like that person would be perfect for you, and it's like, will they be? Or think it just, you can just find somebody that y'all might have some similarities, and then y'all can build from there. So, like I said, original question: you think like soulmates exist? Like, we can switch it up.
I do believe that soulmates exist, but
I
do believe that soulmates exist, but I also believe that it could be for a certain amount of time, because I've met people and been in relationships, and I'm like, okay, God, I see why you gave me this person for this specific amount of time, because I learned something or I gave something to them that they needed, and I grew, I learned, I gained wisdom for the next part of my life. I do wholeheartedly believe that. I was married for 10 years, and I see why God gave me my husband, and over time, I see now that I've been divorced, all the things that I've gained from that, the wisdom, the experience, the lessons that I received from my ex-husband, I'm so grateful for, because now it's made me a better partner. And some people will say, well, maybe it made you a better partner for that person. No, we were supposed, I believe, we were supposed to move on. I got what I was supposed to get, and I'm a totally different person from that experience. And I don't believe I would have made it to this point in my life if I hadn't gone through those 10 years with him and learned those things.
Gotcha. Let me answer it for real quick. Soulmates, I don't really believe in them like that. I believe like if you guys have the same like I said, I'm gonna throw faith in there all the time. You have the same like mindset, faith, and I feel like you can be completely opposite with somebody and still be able to get along with them and still grow with them if y'all know how to have the same values. As far as when you get angry, how do you run out the house, or do you rather sit down and talk about it? Like, those are the things that I'm looking at. I'm not really like, oh, you like pizza, I like chicken, you like going out, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really look at those things. I look at like the valuable things, as far as, how do you handle conflict resolution skills? Like, that's what I want from my woman, conflict resolution skills. We're not going to agree on a lot of stuff, so we might as well get that out. But if we can be calm, not yell at each other, or not just push a person's thoughts to the side, yeah, we can do it no matter who we are. So
I'm still gonna say communication is everything. So I wouldn't say soulmate for romantically wise. Like, I feel like you got some soul matches, friends, and everything like that. Maybe people that you meet that y'all just click so well. Probably like a soul match. But everyone gets a one. But I don't think your one always is meant to be like forever. So like, yeah, it may be like a one that's meant to really be in love with you, but that may not be the person that's gonna grow with you. Because like you were saying, mentally and like pathway wise, what if it just doesn't match? So your one could really be your one, but I feel like you'll be blessed if they on the same pathway as you.
Amen.
So yeah.
Amen.
Well, me myself, by me being the oldest one in the room, I've been there, done that, and I don't think it exists, because different strokes for different folks, and I'm different folks, I am.
She said, I'm not for everybody.
Right. I am a handful. I know I am. A person that, deals with me. I come with a lot. My kids, come first. You know, some people don't put their kids first in their relationship. You know, my kids coming first regardless of what. I don't care. You know, if I got to go, if something, you know, my family is all in Wisconsin. So if something happens with one of my kids, I got to go. I got to go. You know, hopefully they understand that. And these men nowadays is built real different. You know, they don't want to listen. You know,
That's a real general statement, but I can.
You know, they don't want to listen. They don't understand. You know, a woman, a real woman, you know, is gonna do real shit when it comes to being 100. You know, so for me, you know, one day maybe I'll find my soulmate. If it ever happened, you know, I'm 54 now. You know, as far as me like getting married, I can't see that. Maybe, but you know,
Keep your hopes up, man.
right now I just don't see it. You know, I'm fine. You know, just dating here and there. You know, I ain't gonna say I'm no player, but hey.
I ain't gotta lie, Craig. No, but you ain't gotta
Do you
lie.
feel like you want that? Do you
I was
feel
just
like
gonna
you're
ask
putting
that,
that
yeah.
energy out there?
I think I am because you know I got this wall built up. You know, my heart been broken before.
I was gonna say I hear that
Yeah.
energy. So if you feel that and you're putting that,
Oh
out
yeah,
for
I'm gonna
you,
put it out there. You know, I'm gonna let it stick as well.
I'm
You know,
gonna be 100.
I'm just at this age. You know, I'm just living my best life. You know, my kids grown. You know, I raised them to. You know, I can't raise them no more. So it's time for me. So if I feel like having fun, I'm gonna have me some fun, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'm gonna stop talking
for
when I
sure
say
valid.
something that I want to say.
That's valid.
Look. I was just talking to this one girl. First of all, I'm waiting to because I got a question after this, but y'all ain't got anything else. Y'all gotta say nothing.
Or
But
he didn't.
It's amazing. I was really just having this conversation with a friend of mine's a night or two ago. As far as soulmates go, I'm too logical to believe in a soulmate. It's 6 billion people on Earth. 8 billion people on Earth, whatever it is. The fact that my soulmate might happen to be in Mesa, where I'm in Mesa too, going to school, like that it ain't. My soulmate could be in China and I never meet him. You know what I'm saying? Like that that part I can't get down with. The other thing about it is we're a product of our environments and everybody's raised differently. So I meet a person and as much as I like them and what they eat and what they like and we can have the same faith and all these other things, she might have been raised by a single father and doesn't have the same values as a wife or a mother, quote unquote, that I might have being raised by both my parents, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So like I think back about you hear about, you know, stories in Africa about prearranged marriages and things like that back in the day. And it makes sense to me because it's like, oh, if I'm building for generations to come, I'm raising my child for this. I'm going to get with somebody else that's raising their child to do the same thing. And we can put them on the path to go be great. Now it's all up to chance. The things that I was into when I was 20 years old, now that I'm 41, I could care less about. I'm a single father. My children's mother passed away from breast cancer. That dramatically changed the way I move and the way I think. People I date, you can't even come around my children unless I think that you something serious because they don't have a mother. So it's a environmental shift in me personally, and all of us. Everybody got their own story. So to have a soulmate to fit into that's just something that doesn't logically add up. I think where most people mess up is you have to train your partner to love you. My quirks, my issues, my drama, my good, my bad, whatever it is, if I'm not training you and you're not training me vice versa how to love you, it'll always fall to the wayside because we all going to have something that comes out of somewhere of some kind of drama or issue that we dealt with in the past that we don't even know is a thing because we grew up differently. We didn't grow up in the same household, in the same environments, in the same neighborhoods.
So true.
facts.
So true.
Like I said, they spitting. You feel me? They spitting up in here, and that's why I like I said, I chose a different crowd, different ages. You know what I'm saying? I try to be fair. We got 3 girls here, 2 guys. Cool. The girl's gonna take over, whatever. But you know, so we can have that perspective, you know, from different views. But another question. Right now, why are y'all single? Like, based off your past relationship, why are you single now? Like, what? Y'all supposed to be together still. Why not?
my single is just by choice. I work so much that I really can't get a man the time of the day. If he wants Sunday and Mondays, hey, fine with me. But usually Sunday they getting ready to go to bed for Monday. So, that's out. What can we do? For a couple hours? Nothing. So mine is just because I work so much. If I can find somebody that got the days off that I have off and we can spend that time and hang out, that's cool. No telling where we'll go. No telling where we'll be. No telling.
I feel it.
It's just really by choice for me.
So I recently just got back into a relationship. We dated a year or so ago, and the long distance was very trying on our relationship. And when we took the space back and then came back together, we realized, okay, the values that we both have, the future that we both want to build is something that we still mutually have. Our morals, how we want to raise our children, building generational wealth, the most important aspects of what we both want for our lives now and our future lives, we realize, you know what? I'm not seeing that in somebody else. So maybe the distance is worth it. Having different time zones and having different jobs, that it's worth it for both of us and what we want to build in the future. So we are now working harder towards, okay, how can we physically come together and start and continue the relationship that we've already built. And in dating the last 4 years, I can tell you I've met a lot of really good men that just don't have the values that I have. And that doesn't make them, because I tell people all the time, like when I used to hear like, oh, there's pee in the dating pool. And I'm like, I think that everybody has a different perspective. And I feel like when you meet somebody, you go on a date with them, you have to look at it differently. Like, what is something that like me, I believe in like prayer and manifestation. So I would write down like, you know what? I didn't have this in my last relationship. I feel like this is more important to me. Somebody being more loving, somebody being more supportive, because I am an entrepreneur and I'm talented in different things. And I didn't realize once I got with somebody who was supportive in all of these things and it wasn't overwhelming to them and it wasn't crazy to them, that I'm a dreamer and I have all these aspirations and I'm so ambitious, it didn't feel like a competition to them. They were just like, hey babe, whatever you want to do, I'll co-sign on it. I'll promote your videos. I'll do all these things. When the last person I was with was like, you're doing too much. You need to just be at home. Just be the wife. Just be. And it's like, oh, I felt like I was being put in a box. And then in dating different people or meeting different people, I realized, oh, you know what? I'm not too much. I was too much for that person. Me being ambitious isn't a threat to every man. It was just that man. And so in dating, I just want to tell everybody, I don't know, everybody has different experiences, but there's a lot of good men out there. I feel like it just depends on
Thank you.
I feel like honestly, it just depends on what's important to you. I've dated men who have a lot of money. I've dated men who don't. And I tell you that I've seen a lot of men don't, because of what is put on them in the world, because it's just so hard for men. Like, y'all don't get a break.
She gonna be on the next podcast.
I think everybody should subscribe and listen to whatever she got going on. She's kicking it right now.
And I was in a relationship where I was like, I wanted to be encouraging. I wanted to be his cheerleader, but that's not what he needed from me. That's not what he wanted from me. And so then I learned about love languages. I felt like he didn't love or support me, and he felt like I didn't love and support him because we didn't have those things that the other person needed. So I feel like that's kind of what's happening. Men, hopefully this doesn't feel like a dig, but I feel like a lot of men that I've met, they don't see the value in what they do have, because if they don't make enough money, it's like they're not valuable. But I'm telling you, I've dated men with a lot of money and men who don't, and everyone had attributes that with the right woman, man, he will be successful. He will grow into whatever future you want.
but I feel like it's mutual. You have to have somebody who sees your vision, who sees your ambition, who sees your dreams, and is like, hey, I want to get on this boat with you and ride off into the sunset, and we're going to figure it out and do it together. And now that I've met somebody who mutually we want that for each other, it's like, man, it doesn't matter how much either one of us going to make, because we're both going to be successful because we have each other's backs in these things. And I meet men and they're like, oh, well, I don't make enough money to like be with certain women. And I'm like, if she's making you feel like, and I know I'm probably going to get that, but like people are like, it's all about the money. I'm telling you, I've met really good men who may not make a lot of money, but they have what it takes to be successful because they're ambitious, they're hard workers, they're all of these things. They just need to find the right person to foster that. My boyfriend now, he taught me, he's like, women are divine multipliers. It's innate in you, in your femininity. And he said, when a man finds that and finds a woman who believes in him and his future goals and ambitions, she can help him multiply that. And I believe that. Like, I see that. I've been that for somebody. And so I just believe it to be true.
I was just gonna say this while you was talking. Everything just sounded great, sounded perfect. Everything sounded perfect. So you said long distance. I know. See how. Ain't no way.
It's challenging.
Never.
It's challenging.
It's peace. I think that'd be good for you.
But just like how you said, it would be good for you because you're so
Never.
busy.
You're busy.
But just
I
like how
have
you-
trust issues. It will never happen.
But that's the thing. Don't even worry about that.
Yes.
Like,
That's
don't
what
worry.
I'm saying.
it will never,
'Cause
ever
I'm
happen.
gonna say it like
Just like how
this.
you said your person might be in China.
Right. See, I'm gonna say it like this because I think you hit so many good points, and it reminds me of my. I didn't know we was talking about our last relationships. But so why I'm single, my last relationship, and I've said it 1,000 times when talking about it. I can't say nothing bad about the woman. I felt underappreciated by her, and she felt underappreciated by me because of this love language thing that I think is Hallmark made up personally, but apparently is real. So it was like, oh, I wasn't doing whatever acts of kindness or whatever the little things y'all be talking about is. And I'm like, huh? Okay, what? But all this is good, but you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at it like, dang, you're not happy. And so sometimes I get to the point where I think we broke up too soon, or I broke it off too soon, and I feel like I said before, we got to train each other. Maybe I wasn't done training. Maybe she wasn't done training me. Maybe I called it quits too fast. Again, being a single father, I'm in a position where my children were involved, and she had a child, and it was, you know, circumstances that made me say, hey, let's call this off before it goes too far and goes left. I don't want a divorce. I'd rather not, go that far. Let's see if we can get it right before. So honestly, when I broke it off, I thought we would get back together. Didn't work out that way. But you have these circumstances in life where you have to decide what you're fighting for. And I never forget my children's mother, the one that passed away. We were married, and we went through marriage counseling one time, and they had told us that marriage is a house that's on fire with no doors and no windows. You can't look for an exit. You got to figure out how to put the fire out. And I always kept that in my mind. Like, when we're talking about relationships, I have no idea what that person's been through. I don't know how her mother raised her, how her father raised her, what she's dealt with, what she's, unfortunately in our community, so many women have been molested or abused. Men have too on that. So I have no idea about these things that may be a trigger. And then I'm learning you, and I'm getting to know you, and I find out these trigger things happen. And now, am I loving, caring, open, mature enough to handle that? Everybody can't handle those type of things. Everybody can't deal with those type of things. And in my immaturity, it was hard for me to deal with certain things that I never understood. By the grace of God, my parents were together until my father passed away. That was my thought process the whole life. Now I look back and understand that they didn't have the best relationship. I just thought that's what it looked like. So yeah, what are you doing? My mom didn't talk back to my dad, or she didn't. They didn't know. Like, that's just what I thought it was. So then when it's not that, I'm looking at her like she's crazy because what you did, I never seen this before. It's foreign to me. It's not natural to me. It's very natural to her, but to me it ain't natural. So I think that the understanding someone's history and components. Again, going back to our ancestors and the family dynamic. Getting along with somebody's family is everything. Knowing that you can deal with your partner, knowing that you got somebody that your partner can talk to in your favor, not her favor, because everybody's gonna have my back. But who's gonna be like, boy, you tripping? You know that's a good woman. Who's gonna say, hey, you tripping? That's a good dude. Like that. Those type of things matter because we naturally go back to what we're comfortable to. We're comfortable with our family and our friends and this, that, and the third. But when you're joining into a new relationship, you have to be able to separate and isolate that from everything else to try to build that one up. And you can be out of town and it works for y'all. It may not work for you because I had a cheating history and I just can't trust them, and whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? So I think the details, my mama used to always say the devil's in the details. The details matter. Like the details are so key. We get caught up in the superficial stuff that means nothing. To piggyback about the money aspect of it, I joke all the time. I'm a school teacher. I don't make no real money. I do other things on the side, but I don't know a better man than me. I mean that to my core. I'm not no disrespect. No, I don't care how much money he makes. I don't care if he was taller than me and he played ball. None of that matters to me when it comes to the character of person they have. And anybody that knows me personally, I am the connector. My friendships, my even homeboys. I want to see the best for everybody. So like with my partner, with my woman, my job is to grow and develop you, and let's get to the moon with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about those things. I'm always going to make it happen. There's always going to be food on my plate. There's always going to be, I'm still vacationing. I'm still taking trips. That never is going to fail, but it's never been important to me. It's never been a must have for me, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I say for me, I'm single right now based on my previous relationship. I would say, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say where I went wrong. I felt like in that specific relationship, I was taking my insecurities and expected them to cure them all themselves. And when they weren't doing it, the security of the man that I thought I was with completely failed through. So that's when like all the issues started coming. We started arguing. I started being nasty. And I can be honest, long distance really didn't work for me at first. So like I told him I need to live with you. And that did not make it better. Like it made it go really downhill really fast. We didn't really get to know each other. We didn't take time to really know. It was like, I'm thinking every time you come visit me, that's how it's going to be because we're on vacation time. No, that's how he wanted to be when we lived together. So in my head, like, we already live so far apart that when we come closer, I can have space. No, it wasn't like that. So I just expected him to cure all the insecurities that I had just like that. And that's not how it works. So now it's by choice. I don't want to really deal with anyone and like take someone's feelings and hurt them if I'm not really healed enough to know what I exactly need.
Which is great.
You know? So as I'm developing,
That's a cop-out.
Knowing exactly what I need from a man. Like, I know that I am feminine, but I don't act feminine towards all men. So until I
But
know,
not all men bring it out.
that's fine. So I feel
That's
like
another cop-out. What
Not all men bring
not all
that
men,
out.
Yeah.
What does that mean, bring it out?
Okay,
Either you feminine or you not.
No. Okay, I'm gonna say this because I'm about to be 23 and I have in 10 days. I feel like I get to experience men that are younger and older. So yes, I can say I dealt with a guy that's probably like 19, 20 that probably does have a lot of money or is very intelligent or is very included in his faith. But at the end of the day, I feel like it doesn't work because they're the type that feel like they need princess treatment. Most men that are younger that have not developed or not mature enough yet feel like they need flowers every day. They want you to kiss the feet they walk on. They want you to be ultrally praising towards them. But that's just how they act.
So
but then again, I could say there's men that are older that do act the same way because they have not matured.
I'm saying this as a man. I'm a man. I'm a single father. No one raised my children but me. My daughter's leaving 15 days from now to go to LSU. Like I'm not just I'm popping my collar a little bit. I'm a good father. I'm saying this to say, your man don't deserve his feet rubbed. Your man don't deserve a home cooked meal. Your man don't deserve.
That's not king treatment. That's supposed to be happening as your woman. What I'm saying is, what I'm not finna do is buy you flowers every week as if you are a woman.
I don't want flowers. I don't know.
That's what they want.
Men want flowers. I don't.
That's what they want. They want real princess treatment. They want us to decorate
that's a little.
hotel rooms for them. They want us to.
You might have been.
Yeah.
You might have been in the wrong ballpark if they want flowers.
They have not matured
Your wife's
yet.
23.
They want a lot.
You know what you saying?
Okay, for sure. No, I
And
think
then the older men want something very seriously committed. They don't want you playing. They don't want you going out all the time. They don't want you, doing too much. And I'm willing to give that to someone once I actually get to learn them and know what makes me be soft for them.
I haven't done a study, but I was telling somebody the other day, I would love to know the statistics of teenage relationships that work. Because I feel like when you're younger,
10%.
my high school, but hear me out though. I know a lot of high school sweethearts that worked, even if they didn't work out and came back together later, because they grew together and knew each other's whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm going to school with a girl and, you know what I'm saying, she has an abusive father and I know that about her, I know that and I'm already sensitive to that issue. If I just met you at 30 and you're still holding on to something that happened when you were 10, I may not be able to understand and compete and be able to cope with that, because I'm like, hey, I'm great. Why are you holding on to this trauma from 20 years ago? I'm not doing this to you. But, and you know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of times when we have those younger relationships, because they get to see each other grow and the struggles and whatnot, they have more of a compassion for them. And I think we get older and we get set in our ways, and I just be like, you got this, I'm not dealing with that. Oh, you got baby daddy issues, I don't want to deal with that. Oh, you got baby mamas, I don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? And we get frustrated because we're tired of starting over. You know what I'm saying? I think as much as we can love being in the streets and hanging out and doing what we're doing, most people want their person. Most people want to be laid up with the same one at night. Most people honestly do want that. Even if you like playing the field, I know guys get caught up in that. We still rather have, especially when we start having children and family. I want that. I want you to be around my mom or my kids or whatever. So I think that at some point, the guard that we all have, we spend 70% of our relationship deciding if we're going to put our guard down and open up to our partner. And by that point, it might be 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years into it. Well, hell, I didn't know you had all this baggage. I don't know if I want it no more. And it becomes counterproductive. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
Yeah, man. Look, I was waiting for my turn because I'm from. Because I just got out of a relationship on Monday.
Oh Lord, fresh. Don't you say no names.
You got two.
I'm not.
Two exes back. You just got out of a relationship. You got it going on.
I'm not too worried about it. I would never air out like that, but she knows she is. She was older. I'm 28. She was in her 40s.
No, that's right.
And I just feel like she gave up too soon. To be honest with you, I'm not the easiest person. One thing about me, I put the pressure on my women. Like I want you to be. I want to be great, so I need my woman to be great, and it takes drastic things. Like right now, I'm 215 days no smoking. You feel me? And so, and that's how I set the bar. I was like, first it's smoking, then it's no drinking, and then I always set the bar, and women, I feel like I'm gonna air it out. Women don't, when you tell them to do something, they don't want to do it. But when they're single, that's when they start doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, work out. And they'd be like, no, I'm gonna do it. Don't rush me. And then they break up, and then you see them in the gym. I'm like, you just don't want to listen to no man at this point. You feel me? Like last night, I had a girl, beautiful. I'm talking about beautiful. Oh my God, so beautiful. And she told me that she likes me, and I'm like, I want you. You feel me? But I told her I couldn't be with you because I know the mindset that you're in, especially when the one I was just with was married for 20 plus years, and the one I was just talking to last night, 10, 13 years. So it's now they've been in a relationship so long. Now they's like, I'm a hot girl now. I'm a hot girl now, you know what I'm saying? I want to be, and it's I get it. You want to be free. You don't want to listen to no man, I guess. But it's I told my ex, don't double back. The chance of you double back is 0. Because we could have worked this out together in this moment. I need to heal. I said, you could have healed with me. How you going to heal? Just because you're single doesn't mean you're going to heal. You have to still either go to counseling or get some good information from someone while you're single, because you can be single for the next 10 years and then get into a relationship and still bring that same stuff that you had 10 years ago, you know, because you didn't, you know. So it was like you had a person that was willing. I didn't want to leave her because, you know, I come with the marriage mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like we rocking. Because you're mine, there's no other girl. Sure, they look better. Who cares? I don't care. You're mine, and that's who I'm rocking with. And you know, I honestly, I told her, I said, you just want to be a little thought. You just want to be a thought.
At 40?
You know, man. You just want to be a thought
Oh, there's definitely
because
some 40-year-old thoughts out here.
it's just like you had a guy that was for you, and he's hustling. He don't cheat. And then you still want to, now you want to just heal for yourself. No, you want to go heal in someone else. You want somebody else to heal with you. So don't play these games, because I'm 28, but I'm not. I've been dating since kindergarten.
Oh gosh.
I done had women all my life. I never really had a long relationship, probably a year at most. You know, because I'm a type of person, I'm not going to go 5 years and then, we don't know each other, let's break up. Like, what? If you spend 5 years, you better know somebody.
That's right.
Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and her, we didn't date that long. We were good friends probably like 9 months, and then we was dating for like 3 months. Boom, it was just like, but you know, she left, it was like that, and I was like, I don't want nothing to deal with you. I don't even want to deal with you at all, because and she's like, well, you have other exes that you're friends. I'm like, well, they were good friends before we dated. So when we dated, we it was whatever, and then, you know, we still friends. You weren't them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm up in the air with relationships right now. I just date black women most of the time. She was like, you actually seen her on my short film, but anyway.
I have a question.
Yeah, I remember.
You don't feel like you could know someone for like years and it not be substantial or not know them at all, for real?
No, because I'm gonna test you in so many different ways.
What if you're around them often? Like, what if you generally have known them for years or known of them, but
In a relationship or just like a friendship?
no, like they just been around. Like, you just know of them, or maybe you've been around them. Let's say you go out, you see them all the time, you go out, like you know them, but you don't really indulge in them.
Oh, yeah.
I have great discernment. I knew, now that I'm looking back in it, I'm like a type of guy that's like, I know it probably won't work, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, because you know, this person already gave me the signs before we were dating. You know, I believe that a lot of guys would agree with this. You need a woman that loves you to death. She gotta love you more than you love her. That's what I feel.
Since we're asking since we're asking questions, I got a question. Do y'all think it's fair to have expectations?
As in,
I'm saying that in the sense of this. I don't know you. We just met. We're going to date. And you expect me to be this. And I don't even know. Not that I can't be it. Not that I won't. But that, you know, I've heard, you know, guys have them too. I want a woman to look this way or do this. She got to make this kind of money, or he got to make this kind of money, or they got to have this kind of stability. I won't date nobody with more than 2 kids, more than one baby mom, whatever. Like all these different expectations and things that we say, quote unquote, make our life easier, or that's the purpose of them. But in reality, especially since some of y'all believe in soulmates, your soulmate may not come the way that you thought he was going to come. That may not have looked the way you thought it was going to look. That may not have been presented the way you thought it was going to present. So I think we walk around having these expectations of what we think our relationship's supposed to be, and then it just seems very unfair. Like as you know, he was saying, I'm dating this older woman, I'm dating a married, and I'm what you call it. She might have had a different expectation, but you have no idea what's coming out of him, what that relationship's gonna bring out of him, or bring out of us, or bring out of yourself. You know what I mean? So in that context, is it fair to have expectations?
Go on.
I set the bar very low.
Oh, dang.
I wouldn't say low. This is the only, like I said, and that's why I kind of, when I was getting back in the day, I didn't really care about love languages. But now that I do kind of believe, because it was like women, they give, but they always give what you didn't ask for. Like, I want my woman to love God. You see that this is something I do in my day. I talk about God. I do this. I do debates. I read the Bible. Boom, boom. everything outside of that, if that's what I expect from you. So if you bringing me some food, all this other stuff that's nice, I'm not gonna care that much. Like, I'm gonna be grateful, but I'm not gonna care. So it's like you really gotta do it. That person.
That's why love
wants.
languages are.
Can I ask you a question though? Is it because I feel the same way I think as you? I don't think I would use the word I'm not gonna care that much.
No,
I
he said,
care.
He said a low ex.
No. When I'm saying like when they bring you food or like my ex was she was so good at certain things, and it was very. I appreciated it much. I definitely cared. I didn't like how she would use that as a barometer. Like, oh, ain't nobody else gonna do that. I can find 20 others that can do that. Stop telling me that no one else is gonna cook or clean or like that's not why I like you. I like you for something totally different. If that's your value, you're valuing yourself the wrong way. I see you differently. So that's why I said I just want to help you out if I can, if that's what you meant. Because I think we care, but that's not what we can figure it out. At the end of the day, if we got to get a maid, we can get a maid. We got to get a chef, we can get a chef. Like, those things are great, but that is not what it is that makes us like you or care about you or, want to be with you.
And for you, let me just say this. I don't know if it's true about you, since I don't know if you date, but it seems like, you can leave and don't care. Once you done, you done.
Most men are like that.
You mean your heart is your heart in these relationships? Because you just said, she left you and that was that, and then you met somebody last night. So
no, this is a friend. I ain't meet.
Well,
it's just a friend that we be flirting around and stuff like that.
So previously, you seem like you liked this woman, but now that y'all had separated, it was like whatever is done is gone. Bye.
I'm a tough guy. Like I said,
tough don't get you nowhere.
I'm just not a type of person that's gonna mope about it. Of course it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I tell her right now I love you. Anyway, but it's just like, because here's the thing. This is what I tell her, and this is good information. My happiness don't come from you. And when you put the happiness, my happiness comes from the Lord and God every day. I wake up, I'm in peace. I'm happy. I'm joyful. So now it takes the pressure off of you. You know what I'm saying? You trying to do all these things to make me happy. I'm like, girl, I'm already happy.
Right.
You feel me? But then on the flip side, they're looking for you for their happiness. It's like, I'm a human. Like, you need put your love on happiness in God. So there, when you get mad at me, it ain't gonna be that serious. Like, I hate when we get in little arguments and it's like they don't let it go.
All right.
It's like, girl, I don't care about
mad, trying to stay.
I don't care about that. That was last night. Who cares? Matter of fact, that was 30 minutes ago. I don't really care. Like, I have a nonchalant personality, so I do care. Trust me. I've cried nights over women that we broke up. Like, and I'm just not at that point right now. It's like,
And I think women need to know that men, just because they don't want to show, keyword is want to show the emotion, doesn't mean they don't care. But as a man, my ideology is I don't want you to see me sad. I don't want you to see me nervous. You're my woman. I don't want you to be thinking, oh, damn, he nervous. I should be nervous too. No, let me try to steady the ship and figure it out. Let me figure out the bills is late. Okay, I got to work on it. I don't want you want me to go in the corner and be like, oh my God, rub my shoulder. No, hell no. I got to go get this. I got to go get this money. You know what I'm saying? So I think women sometimes be wanting men to be emotional and thinking that we're not emotional, we don't care, but it's like,
I want to see if y'all have emotions.
We don't want to show y'all sometimes. That's not. I don't want to.
It's a crazy game out here.
Because not all women want to see the emotion. I could say that if a man is too emotional, I'll be really turned off by that. Like I have a.
But now every woman's like that.
So I could say that.
Definitely not every woman's like that.
Like emotional or being I need them to understand that I need to hear more what you feeling on the inside because I can't see it. So. I don't know. I think Capricorns are more nonchalant for real. I think that's my more perfect match for real. They're more like my dad's a Cap. I could say when I talk to Capricorn men, it's been very easygoing. But the expectation question, I feel like because I'm a person that expects expectations, I try to like make them be a friend or get to know them for a long time so they understand what it's like for me to deal with them. So then when they're like, oh, I could take you on a date, they know that when they don't get the car door, I'm not coming for a second date. Like, so they could know why I didn't come to you. But I'll give you the time of day, and I'll go through the day, and I'll talk to you. But as far as expectation wise, I feel like I get to know them, so they know what to do before it happens.
What works for you works for you. Yes, I'm not knocking it. I'm not. Do you? I got a daughter. Damn it, make her open the door. I'm with you. I'm also just gonna ask this question.
Yeah.
He looks good. It's a nice car. It's a good job. It's everything's together. And his mindset says 90% of the day you're in your own car and you get your own door, and now you won't date me because I didn't get your door tonight.
No, I'm not saying I won't date you, but we're not gonna go in public again. I'll tell you that. We're not.
I heard
We
something.
could come link or something. Maybe this is taking me out of the date, not your thing. You know, but I'll see you one more
Just
time,
jump in and out
probably,
of
but I'm
cars
not.
nowadays. I know it still exists.
I feel like
men should get the door. I just think sometimes women say stuff like that, and I just be like, well, is that the deal breaker? The door? They're like, oh, but okay.
It is.
I feel like it goes back to what you were saying. You could find somebody. This is just me too. Just from this relationship I'm in, I've learned so much. But I'm gonna touch on a couple things. You said it's training, that you have to train each other. I feel like you could, now that you heard that, I heard something because I was like, dang, some guys don't open the door. And one lady, she said the same thing. She's like, you have to train a man up because one man might have been told by one woman, like, you need to open my door. Another woman's telling him, don't open my door. So he was like, hey, instead of guessing, I'm just not going to do it. But she said, why don't you say, hey, I think there's something on your door. She said it just to do it playfully. She's like, if you really like a man, you want him to open your door, just teach him that you want him to open your door. It's not that hard. And so she said, hey, I think there's a scratch on your door. And she's like, the guy came over and she was like, oh, thank you for opening my door. And then he laughed, opened her door. And then he knew, oh, and there was nothing, no bad feelings, no bad energy. And I was like, dude, that's perfect. And then, recently I'm like, guys are freaking confused because I watched a video and this girl was like, if he doesn't pick me up, that's a red flag. And then I saw another video with the girl. She was like, if he tries to pick me up from my house, that's a red flag. I'm like, I'm confused. Yeah. Thank God I don't date women because I'm fucking.
I want to add on to that too, though, because I am mature, but I'm also a bit immature. I could say that.
And that's good that you know that.
I don't want to show no man how to really do too much, and then he go do that to another one. Why would I show you how to open the doors when you already not opening doors?
So
are y'all hearing this?
I'm gonna just give you.
That's because you're young.
I'm just saying, I'm a little immature. I can accept that.
I'm not gonna call you young because I'm 41 years old. I'm just saying. I'm gonna say this to you.
She young.
I'm gonna just say this to you. It is a man right now that is opening doors and cheating every night. I just want you to know. There's a man that's buying flowers and beating women every night. All I'm saying is
he's being honest about it, though. That's the only question.
No.
What on them to accept that?
No, what I'm saying is, so to her, I've done both. Oh, we're going on our first date. Beautiful. Do you want me to pick you up? And then I'm looked at as a creep. Why you want my address? I don't know you like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, cool. Fucking drive your own car. Don't worry about it. Like I could care less. Like that's not you helping me out.
Right.
But it's so there's this, and again, we're living in this world where whether spiritual or not, we're not following the Bible. We're not following the Quran. We're not whatever. So all the dating and courting and all that stuff that we're supposed to be doing, we're not doing it the right way. We're living in this sex crazed world that we live in, and everything is pushed on us, and everything is alcohol induced and smoking induced, and all this kind of stuff. It's not pure no more. It's not many dates at the park no more. It's not many walks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that. So at the end of the day, if you don't, and this is what I mean by expectations. As much as I want you to train me to love you, we got to be on a road to love first. If I just met you, you can't train me shit. How dare you tell me I'm not good enough? I don't even know you. How dare you be like, oh, I never forget. It was months ago when that whole Cheesecake Factory thing was going on.
Gosh, so annoying.
And I was talking to a woman that I was thinking about dating, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I agree. I'm not. Oh, I'm off. I'm automatically off of it. I'm automatically not dealing with you no more because how dare you tell me our first date I have to spend a certain amount of money for it to be qualified? Like that's just insane to me. Not that I wouldn't want to, because again, I'm a school teacher, not modesting to myself, but yeah, I don't have Nobu money every first date to see if you like me. We might have to go to the ice cream parlor. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. I got 2 children at home I'm taking care of. Like, so my world is not stopping because I met you. I might stop it for you. I don't know yet. We got to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's a cliff that a lot of us jump off of with these expectations of having random people that we don't know meet your criteria that we never even knew of.
I feel like a lot of people, why they have a bad dating experience, because they're blocking their blessings. Like, I feel like first of all, I went to therapy and counseling quite a bit of time. So I've learned more about myself. My marriage helped me learn more. So I feel like I wouldn't say I'm completely healed, but I feel like I've healed a lot of things over the years. And so I feel like a lot of people aren't healed, or they're not even conscious that they need to be on a healing journey. They just out here just ruining people's lives.
If the healing comes from a relationship space, do you think you can be completely healed until you're in another relationship to know that it's working from whatever didn't work? You know what I'm saying? Like, so for instance, if I was in an abusive relationship, well, now I'm dating this other guy. How do I know he's not going to hit me? I might always feel. My mother told me this. My mother, not to my dad on blast. My father cheated on my mother before I was born, years ago. They've been together my whole life. I'm 41 years old. He died a couple years back, so 37 plus years. She told me until he passed, or he was in a wheelchair before he died, that she was always worried about him cheating on him. And I'm looking like, who? My dad? Like, he's with you all the time. Like, y'all work together. Y'all got a business together. Y'all, when is dad alone? Like, when he don't go out, he don't hang. What are you worried about? But that trauma that she dealt with, it is real. I can't tell her that she didn't feel that way. It's real, but she went through that. So do you think it's possible to heal without going over to that next threshold to see that it's not going to be that again? It's not going to be cheating. It's not going to be.
I do. I feel like it is possible.
I think I don't have enough experience. I could be honest. I'm still one of the ones that I do have trust issues, but because I could say you're a new person and you haven't did anything, I won't fault you for it. So
Are you saying it? Do you really mean it?
No, I really mean it. When I meet newer people, I'll give you like a certain uphold of trust that I'll give you. Everything else I can't put past you, but I'll give you a certain uphold of trust, and then it starts deteriorating after that.
Right. And this is why you need the Lord, because you know, as she couldn't get over that, she just thought he would always. But I bet it's like, I'm sure she probably put it on something else. Like, if I was going through that, I can only imagine. Some people just you're never going to get over it. So you got to give it to the Lord, let him deal with that, and then don't try to like bring it into the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I think part of giving it to the Lord is understanding that it may never get healed.
yeah.
You know, I heard Minister Farrakhan say one time that when a woman sometimes, or anybody for that matter, but it's like abuse happens in the home by a father, uncle, brother, whatever. If that man gave life to that person, how they ever gonna trust somebody else? Who am I to them? If that man raised her and he violated her, why would they ever trust me fully? It's just logically it may never work. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, in our community, that happens so often. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, again, knowing somebody and knowing their trauma, and then can I handle it? Not can I fix it, because I may not be able to fix it, but can I handle it? Can I understand what it means for you to be in your emotions or insecure with me and your daughter around? Like, I can't get offended by that. I got to understand where that's coming from.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Handling it is A1. Being able, because you're probably never going to fix a lot of things.
Yeah.
And that's why, even like with my ex, like I knew she had a whole bunch of trauma, but I'm like, bro, it don't bother me. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It might be annoying, but I'm not going to leave you for it. You feel me? So
That might run a lot of females off too, you know, mentioning in the Bible all the time, and you know, the Lord.
But if that's
then run.
very important,
Then get out of here.
and that's the good thing. I'm glad you like that, because I was gonna say,
I mean, it might, you know.
I know. I said because I'm holding a mirror to you, but I tell her everything I tell you, I'm telling myself. So don't get mad at it. You know, if I tell you, even if I'm not even struggling with that, like, if I'm telling you that, I'm also putting that same weight back on me. Mm-hmm. So don't ever think I'm just coming at you. You keep talking about that. No, I'm telling myself, because
I've been told
feel
that
me?
on dates, you talk about God too much. I'm like, hey.
red flag, let him go.
But my new boyfriend,
It is good to bring them into your relationship, but when you first meet them, in your first date, or you're going out, somebody won't hear that.
I wish a woman.
Pray before we eat. So if you mad about that,
real.
I wish a woman would.
Well, that's what you do.
That's how it started. I prayed over my food. He was like, oh.
You
I was
do.
like, what?
That's what you do.
He's like, oh, I'm an atheist.
You ain't finna come to no
after
relationship
this,
to me.
we're done.
Talking about God right away. We're gonna get to that point, but not.
Because I just did that. I literally just did that. Before I started dating this girl, I was dating another woman. She was 45. And in that first date,
Whoa.
we talked about, I was, brought God into it, and you know, and she kind of gave me that. I was like, you talking about God a little bit too much for the first date, but it was like also we try to build from that, and we had our little times, and obviously didn't work because I mean that was the first red flag. If you first of all, I bring God in everything because He's literally supposed to be in everything. First, especially our relationship. Are you crazy? Like that's the number one person you need to bring in your relationship. You know, so if you're not, you talking about God too much, you don't talk about God enough.
Right.
So I got a little bit different perspective. I'm Muslim. Been Muslim my whole life in a Christian society. I love my Christian brothers and sisters. My ex-wife was Christian. Her mom's a pastor. My ex-fiance is Christian, so I don't have no issues. Me and him done talked about it, and you know, whatever. Yeah, God is the center of everything. We get that, but I also know that everybody's experiences is different, and we got a lot of people who have been hurt by religion, hurt by the church, hurt by circumstances, been you know, it's a pastor that broke up a family. My mama was cheating with the, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm just saying. So like, when we hear, to me, I'm always in a ministerial type format. Mm-hmm. It don't really matter where you at. Can we grow and learn from it? Where? Okay, you don't believe in God. I can understand that. It's hard to have faith. I get that. Nah. Why don't you believe? It matters. To me, it matters. Like why you don't, what's going on, because that might be my calling from God to give you faith again, to bring you back to, you know, all things happen. I have a really, really good friend who, I'll tell her she's my wife one day, but she's Christian, I'm Muslim, and we are connected like this. Mm-hmm. And that probably is our barrier between the Christian and Muslim thing or whatever. But I mean, we'll have these deep conversations about everything and anything intertwined with each other's religions. I'm personally one of those people that I believe that religion is more divisive than it needs to be.
It should be.
Right. I think that this is my brother, and meeting him and Jesus and what worked for him made him a great man. For me to try to tell him to come listen to Muhammad doesn't make sense to me. That worked for you. That's great. If I'm a decent man and Muhammad and Allah worked for me, great. Now let's work together and fix poverty and homelessness and whatever other problems is going on in the world. And then we can have decent conversations. And if something makes sense to me or something makes sense to you, then we'll go there. But we get so divided and say, oh yeah, you're this, you're that. And it's like, if we're keeping it a buck, Muslim, Christian, Catholic, Jewish, whatever, most of us ain't standing on nothing. Most of us, all of us are sinning. Most of us are holiday visitors of the church or the mosque, or, you know what I'm saying? Like special event people, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we act like we're living this walk, and most of us are just reciting some things we heard when we were younger. And mind you, most of it's just stuff we heard when we were younger. We probably ain't did that much research into it. We probably just grew up this way, and it works for you. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying nothing is wrong with it. But it's like, to plant our flag on that, for me, just because, again, my perspective as a Muslim in a Christian society, 90% of my friends are going to be Christians. That's just, I'm around them. That's who I'm going to school with. That's who, you know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, I can't look at you like you crazy because you believe in something I don't. You know what I'm saying?
See, me, this is how I feel. If you're not a woman that's a Christian, we're not dating at all. 0%. I don't care what you, zero. Why? Because how you're going to treat me is going to be based on the things that you know, the word says. So that's, and I see it when I date women that are not Christian or dealt with them or talked to them. It's like completely, they're completely on, we're on two different mindsets.
How long you been married?
0. What do you mean?
No, you married, right?
No.
But you dated Christian women?
I date a
so it's the
Christian
same
woman,
thing, right? It's the same result. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying you wrong. I'm
what
just
you mean?
saying.
No,
when you dated them other religions
because
and it didn't work out, you dated them Christians and it didn't work out either.
And I'm going to just still keep going for that one. Because here's the thing. Like, obviously, like you said, we're not the perfect, but I can tell the faith thing. You know, my ex, she brought up, I'm not a person that believes in zodiac. So as soon as she started talking about zodiac, I said, cut it out. I'm not with it. Now I know.
A deal breaker?
Deal.
Oh, I was going to ask you what your sign was.
Because if you're,
Maybe a Capricorn.
it's a deal. I don't even deal with that because if you're going to listen to something that, like I said, because here's the thing, I look at where people's heart is.
Now it makes sense.
If your heart is in, if that's what you believe, well, I'm act this way because I'm a blah blah blah, then that's why we always bump heads, because your identity is not in the same thing that your identity is supposed to be in. Your identity's in the star, and my identity's in Christ. So it's like we're gonna bump heads. Sure, we can always find a common ground, but when things get tough, that's when things start to reveal themselves. So
Will you not say what your sign is because of that?
Libra, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know enough.
I'm a Libra too, and I don't know nothing about it.
I just like to know.
I just don't know nothing about
I don't
signs.
know about them all like that.
Because that's how people. What's your sign, girl? You don't know me because my sign.
Yeah, I can very much agree because I met a lot of people. They'll tell me their sign. And I'll be like, yeah, you don't act like other people born the same time around you.
Like,
I feel
stop,
like
bro.
Who you're raised by, how you were raised, childhood traumas. It's sometimes I like to know just to know, but it doesn't.
I like to
really-
know.
But no, that's what she said. Because when I got on her about it, it irritated my spirit so much.
It really does. To
And she was
some
like, I don't. It's not that serious. I said, the fact that you even think about it like that, you can just dabble into it. Dabbling is enough for it to be contaminated all over.
Is it a negative thing though?
Very. It's witchcraft.
What makes it negative?
It's witchcraft, because it's like if Christ said that you're a precious diamond, made in the image of God, you're this, and that, this, but then you be like, well, I'm a Capricorn because of stars, then you'll never know how you should be acting and treat yourself and be humble like Christ was. You're gonna act like whatever your sign is think it is, and the fact that you dabble in it is enough to infiltrate the rest of the way you think.
So what's the difference between the zodiac sign and the love language?
The love language is what are you expecting from your person as far as what, like I say, what is the highest form of like satisfaction you can get from someone? That's why my only love language is God. I don't care about your gifts. If you want to, that means, because if you're, that's spiritual when I say God is in it. But when you're talking about, my love language is, some women, they want compliment them every day.
Yeah.
Let's say compliment them every day. So it's like, now that's an ego thing going on, because you don't have to compliment me every day because I know who I am.
All right.
So you know what I'm saying? That's why I always just put the best thing, God. We get that out
You're
the way.
saying
Everything
your
else-
love language is the same as your zodiac sign. It's just about God. But if she has love languages, does that matter to you? If she's into love languages, is that a deal breaker too? Like
Then, like I said, I would ask what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against, this is how she, she loves when I give her gifts. Well, I'll take note of that and give her some gifts. But if she's rooted in it too much, now I know there's a problem. You're too rooted in that.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't be too rooted in gifts and all that stuff, because it's like, what is your values at? Like I said, I go to spiritual. That's a heart thing. So that's how I look at it. And that's why we bump it. That's why I bump heads with a lot of these women. And I don't care. I don't
care.
I don't care. I'm not moving from that. That's what I want, period. Because I know it works.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Nothing wrong with that.
But man, look, it's been, I don't want to keep y'all forever. It's been a great episode. Man.
I can't wait too.
Yeah, I got some people that was in there that was like, man, I want to join the next one. I said, got you.
Now we made it cool.
You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's why I needed y'all to make it cool. People come and join. I got some other good friends that definitely gonna be here. Definitely want to have some of y'all back again. And man, we gonna come with better ones, more fun ones, and everything, man. So, boom, make sure I tag y'all in there on Facebook. So yeah, make sure y'all share. You got any last words?
Start your healing journey. Go to therapy or counseling or something. Read a book. Watch a video.
And it's okay to tap out. Like, if you're not really ready to date,
Yes.
go heal yourself first. You don't have to talk to nobody.
Yes. Don't ruin nobody's life.
Date younger, not older. Moving along. Seasoned already.
Man, I can't date younger.
I think people got to learn how to date themselves.
Yes.
Know who you are.
Yes.
Know what you can handle, what you can't handle, and then move forward and stop going for superficial things.
Please, you're gonna block your blessing.
Most of the good looking women I know ain't shit. It's just, especially now in the social media
I got
area.
some women, boy, they don't look that great, but I know they would love me to death.
Yes, they would.
And I'd be like, I want to just date them, but it's like that other side of me is like,
Nothing wrong with dating. You can date several people at one time. You know,
that's too much.
you can find which one fits for you.
I feel like it's easier for women. Guys, we gotta do too much. It's too much time. I don't have time like that.
Too much lying, you mean?
Men ask too many questions nowadays. It's not easier nowadays.
You said, hold on, say that again.
You can't date multiple men nowadays. They ask too many questions.
What do you mean?
You can't give them the same answer.
Wait. What you mean we asked so many questions?
Within the first 30 seconds, most men are already going to ask me, how many boyfriends do I have?
Right.
They already want to know how many men you want to.
Oh, that's that age thing.
So, yeah, like, they want to know.
I ain't asked that at all.
Yeah,
I don't even want to know. I'm scared.
yeah. I don't.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I wouldn't ask because you're gonna lie.
Right.
Like what?
Well, I feel like if you're not in a relationship with this person, why does it even matter? Because if I was single and I was meeting people, I'd never ask how many. I wouldn't even ask because that's not even my. You're gonna see I'm the best one.
That just comes
Hey,
with
you're
maturity. I mean, maturity. That just comes. Some people, it's not even gonna ask you nothing.
Yeah.
You know, nothing like that.
I wouldn't.
And that's where women, they kind of feel bad. I'm like, dang, you don't ask. I don't play 21 questions no more. I'ma just talk to you. You're going to reveal yourself to me over time.
I'm asking questions. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you 3 days straight, random, all type of off the wall stuff, just so I can get it, just so I can call it back 2 years from now. No. I remember what you said. Don't play now. I keep receipts for sure. I'm gonna ask questions
For sure, man. But man, look, it's a blast. It's a blast.
Fun.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you having
Of
us.
course, I appreciate you for coming, man. Subscribe to YouTube. People that's on Facebook, share it. And I hope y'all learn something from this. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure people learn from this, entertain from this, and we up. So we are out of here.